North Carolina Sheriff's Association updating its recommendation for how law enforcement should act in the field. Thank you for joining us here at 5. I'm Fred Shropshire.
And I'm Vanessa Rufus. This update after the 2021 legislative session saw several bills related to criminal justice reform. WCNC Charlotte's Jane Monreal joining us live from Mecklenburg County Sheriff's Office to talk about how law enforcement leaders are seeking solutions here for policing. Jane.
Well, all 100 state sheriffs are members of the NC Sheriff's Association, Vanessa and Fred. And in the time following the murder of George Floyd at the hands of an officer, that association formed a working group of law enforcement professionalism to address policy on subject matters like chokeholds.
Our authority and our power comes from our citizens, and our citizens should be able to have some say in how they're policed.
CMPD Chief Jennings in Tuesday's County Commissioners meeting recognizing the changing current on how officers are perceived in the public's eye. And on the state level, the working group consisting of 10 state sheriffs looked more closely into current practices to see how the profession of law enforcement could be changed for the better. The report admits there are areas of opportunity to improve, including specific policy language that was passed in last year's legislative session. The association now recommending agencies adopt policy that would require police to intervene and report excessive use of force on the part of their fellow officers. President of NAACP's Charlotte chapter, Corinne Mack, says it's still not enough.
And the reason I say that is, so now you have officers who may have to tell their superior, stop, right? And what are the negative aspects in something like that? What would happen?
Mack would like to see policy that simply says chokeholds are forbidden. The association also recognizes the term use of force needs to be defined in order to ensure uniform collection and reporting of it. The NC Sheriff's Association does say they've made progress in creating an environment that will not tolerate racism.
And so for me, it's important that we go to the root of the problem and cut out that root, which is racism and hate, and find ways to work together collaboratively in love.
Also says that black people and brown people still don't feel safe when they see an officer is driving behind them, but also admits that any important changes will take time. However, we are stronger together. That report also addresses the need for mental health care for officers and that more funding is needed to take care of that. Live in front of Mecklenburg County Sheriff's Office in Uptown, Jane Monreal, WCNC Charlotte.
Several important needs covered there. Jane, thank you for your report.